When the news arrived in the US that a new virus was raging in China, many people weren't even sure it would reach American shores.
So somebody who's coughing, in San Francisco or in Washington, D.C. should not be worrying about coronavirus.
But by the end of January, the US government realized it was facing a potential public health emergency. On the 21st, the US registered its first case of COVID-19. 10 days later, the Trump administration imposed a ban on travel to and from China.
I have today declared that the coronavirus presents a public health emergency in the United States.
A month later, the US had its first death due to coronavirus. But health officials were still sending mixed messages on how to prevent the spread.
Should people be afraid?
No.
Should you wear a mask if you're healthy?
No.
By March, restrictions on daily life let the American public know the year might be a long one.
If you are sick or not feeling well, stay home. To ensure that working Americans impacted by the virus can stay home without fear of financial hardship, I will soon be taking emergency action, which is unprecedented, to provide financial relief.
The pandemic wasn't just affecting Americans' health, it was taking a heavy toll on people financially as well. Businesses were shut down and millions of people started to claim unemployment benefits. Just before the US hit 1 million cases, the Trump administration signed a $2 trillion relief package. The world's strongest economy was struggling.
The magnitude and persistence of the overall effects on the economy, however, remain highly uncertain, and the situation remains a fluid one.
Attempts at curbing the pandemic were in vain. As COVID-19 raged across the United States, more than 100,000 people died in 4 months. The reported death toll was far higher than that of any other nation. As election season rolled around, the pandemic became a political issue that divided the nation. Wearing a mask or keeping a social distance at rallies was a way of showing which side of the spectrum you were on.
220,000 Americans dead. Anyone who's responsible for not taking control, in fact, not saying I take no responsibility initially. Anyone who's responsible for that many deaths should not remain as President of the United States of America.
You turn on to this MSDNC and fake news CNN, all you hear is COVID, 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 COVID. That's all they put on because they want to scare the hell out of everyone.
In December, both Pfizer and Moderna announced that their vaccines were highly effective and ready for rollout. The FDA quickly granted them emergency use authorization. And on December the 14th, the US started inoculating people in high-risk groups and frontline workers.
It does give me tremendous hope. I feel great. I feel a sense of relief. I feel a sense that the end is near. And I hope this day marks the beginning of the end of a very dark and painful history.
And she is not alone. Millions of Americans can't wait to see 2020 draw to a close. Hoping in 2021, brighter days are still ahead. Yunus, Paksoy, World, Washington, D.C.